With the launch of Octopath Traveler COTC coming up in just 2 days, I wanted to give you guys all the information that I have learned through the JP version of how the game started out and the reroll process that you guys are going to be going through. I'm going to give you guys a summary of how the gacha system works because it is a little bit different than maybe something you're used to. You know, how the reroll process is going to work for us here on the English global version. That's going to be different because of our pre-registration rewards, how they work, and then how many rolls you're going to be able to get. And then I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be attempting to start my account out with, what I think you guys should go for, and then you can determine for yourself if you want to really reroll a ton or just get in there and summon. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, how the game works and, you know, how the updates happen and things like that as well, just to give you an overall primer for Octopath Traveler COTC. So, what can you expect from Octopath Traveler COTC? Well, it's going to be very similar to its predecessor in the original Octopath Traveler, only it's going to be in mobile form. So, obviously, there's going to be gacha. The combat is very similar, so it's going to be turn-based JRPG, lots of strategy. However, you're going to be able to make an 8-person party, and no items are usable, so that's going to be a big difference there. The style of game, it's going to be very single player. So again, think of it as a strict JRPG with a gacha system. There is no co-op, there are no guilds, there is no PvP. So if you're more of a player who likes that kind of stuff, this game might be one you play on the side or you don't get too invested in. If that is something very important to you, that is something that will not be in Octopath Traveler COTC, at least to my knowledge here, you know, up to where JP is. If you're looking very forward to getting your hands on the Octopath Traveler original 8 heroes, they are in the game. They'll eventually come out. I don't think they're there on launch, but they will come as time passes. So I know all you Primrose fans, she's coming. Just hold your horses. It'll be fine. And like I said, it's similar to FFB in the way from FFB viewers out there. It's similar to that because we would get on, do trials, you know, do the new story, do the new fights, new challenges, and we'd work together that way. Now, there was a friend unit in FFB that you would use, but in this game, the community aspect, you know, a friend unit isn't there. So if you really need that PvP, like I said before, Guild Wars, you're not going to be in that, but the game's still going to be awesome because it's just like we used to play with the JRPGs, just like Octopath was. So I think it's actually pretty cool in that way, but I hope you guys, you know, got a better idea of what you're going to be expecting with this game. So the game is launching officially on July 27th with a pre-download happening on the 26th. We don't have an official time when it'll go live. That'll be randomly throughout the day probably with the app stores having to approve, but we do have the pre-registration going on right now, so you can go ahead and pre-register. What that means is anybody who downloads the game within the first couple of weeks and you can make 1 million accounts, you're going to get these rewards anyway. You could get these rewards you didn't even pre-register. Everybody gets these, right? Every time you make an account, you're going to grab one. You're going to grab these specific rewards. And the secret milestone that you see here, the 300 rubies, that's going to be a premium currency, and that's enough for a 10 pull. So right there, it shows us that we're going to be able to re-roll for at least a 10 pull right off the bat. The secret milestone should be hit. The fact that they keep it secret just shows that they're just trying to get more people to pre-register. The other rewards are okay. We have 5,000 leaves, which is like the normal currency, like gil or gold. Then we get 16 experience nut, going to be experience potions, 20 gold guide stones, and these are used to like make your characters be able to surpass, go higher levels. Like if max level's 80, these would make them go to 81, etc. You know, something like that. You know, just awakening and excelling your character. Next up, we get the gloves. Now, this accessory makes someone have a chance to like do an extra attack. It's nothing too crazy, but it still could be pretty good. When you do normal attack, from what I understand, they could like double hit or whatever, which could be okay. But the big one's going to be those 300 rubies, because when we re-roll, okay, we want to be able to summon as much as possible and as quickly as possible. And the fact they're giving us a 10 pull right out the gate, pretty awesome. And I expect these to be fully given to us. I don't think this secret milestone is going to be missed, because if it was, people would be very angry. So the gacha in this game works very similar to most gacha you've played, but there's a little bit of a catch, a little bit of a difference. In this game, there are 5-star characters, but there are also 4.5-star characters, 4-star characters, 3.5-star characters, and 3-star characters. And what this means is, if you can see on the screen right here, sometimes you will pull a 5-star unit, but that 5-star unit will be 4 stars and 1 blank star. So, you know, in games, the 5-star units are the ones everybody wants, or the SSRs, whatever. That's the ones everybody wants. They're great. They're amazing. Well, that 4.5-star version of that character is still the same character. They have the same abilities. It's exactly the same. However, once you get like to mid-range levels, some of this stuff starts getting capped out to where unless you get the 5-star version of that character, you kind of get held back. You can't unlock the full potential of the unit. And the way to move a 4.5-star unit to a 5-star unit is, pull the 5-star version of that unit. So if you have a 4.5-star Scarecrow, and then you pull a 5-star Scarecrow, there you go. But there's also another way in the game. You guys can grind for certain materials where you can turn a unit, and they're class-specific materials. So, you know, Octopath Traveler, lots of class stuff. Class-specific materials that you can gain, and then over time you can collect and push a unit from a 4.5 star version of itself to a 5-star version of itself. And the same goes for 3.5 to 4-star. I have no idea why this is in the game. I'm very hesitant to like say it's even close to being a good thing. You know, I don't really know. The rates are, I'm going to put up on the screen right now. We have 2% for 5-star and then 2% for 4.5 star. So overall, you are getting 4% for like the top end units. But sometimes they're going to be a little bit taken down. Now, this game takes a long time to level up your units. You get that 4.5 star. It might take you a while to even reach the heights, you know, where the 4.5 star will matter. And maybe by then you've made it, you can make that unit into a 5-star. But that's 4% for the top end units. And then we have 18% for 4-star, 40% for 3.5 star, and 38% for 3 stars. So again, I don't know why they did this 4.5 star stuff. Maybe somebody in the comments can explain it to me. I don't really see it being a awesome thing for the consumer. However, because like, why would you even do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, other games don't do that. But it does give you the ability to work your way up and make them into 5 stars. So that's going to be something you guys have to be very used to. If you see that star not lit up, you kind of got the poopy version of the 5-star unit, but it's still, you know, it's still a unit. Just got to build them up. So now onto the good part you guys have probably been waiting on, the reroll process. So again, you're getting the 300 rubies from the pre-registration reward. Doesn't matter how many accounts you make, you're always going to have those in your inbox. But at the very beginning of the game, you'll get a little snow cutscene, and then immediately you're thrown into a summon. Now, on the beta version, from what I understand, you were guaranteed a 5-star unit. So you could, right out the box, guaranteed a 5-star unit. Now, that was on the global beta version. From what I understand, the Japanese version did not have that, so we're going to have to wait and see if you are guaranteed one there. If you're guaranteed one there, that's going to be pretty nice for re-rolling, but you're going to get through that cutscene, go in your little goodie box, and collect your gifts, and then do your 10 pull. Now, I think that's all you get to. I mean, you guys can go through, do some of your dailies, or do some of your novice quests, get some more rubies and pull if you'd like, but for me, right after that, I'm going to delete my app data on my Android device or emulator. For Apple users out there, you will have to delete the entire account, or the entire game, excuse me, and then reload back up, and then I'm going to re-roll again, okay? And I am re-rolling until I get at least 2 5-stars, and I'm going to tell you the 2 5-stars I'm going for. First up is going to be Viola. She is insane, guys. She's a thief, she looks amazing, and she's going to be your breaker, but also your shield piercer. In this game, like Octopath, you're going to have to get through shields to be able to break and do a lot of damage. She can do that very, very well. Very strong unit into JP. This is my #1 unit that I want you guys to be going after if you're trying to be meta. If you're trying to be strong, that's going to be the next one's going to be Lynette. She's going to be your dancer. She's going to be buffing up your team, making sure you can do as much damage and take at least damage that you can. She's a very, very strong unit, very good in JP to this day. And then after that, the world is open to you guys. Theo, Millard, those are going to be great healers. I do suggest you reroll until you get a really good healer. You know, just to help you out. So another apothecary or a cleric would be nice. There is an ability that some of the scholars get, like Paradir, which is a 4-star scholar, that allows you to analyze the enemy, right? That's going to make it easier to see what they're weak to, so it can help you break them easier, etc. Get rid of those shields so you can do more damage. But that's going to be what I'm going to be rerolling for. Now, obviously, you guys can go for different things. Scarecrow, one of my favorite characters. I really want him. But if I get an account that has a healer and then has those two, Viola and Lynette, I'm stopping. That's where I'm stopping with. I would suggest at least to get 2 to 3 5-stars to start out. Because, again, the rerolling process should be extremely simple. And I know you guys have a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to. And so you can get into the story and start fighting off pretty well. But that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Those are the units I think you should go for. I will have a tier list going into more detail with these units once the game releases. And if the game has any changes with this reroll process or I need to show something off, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I will have another video out. And a lot of videos out for tips and guides with this game. I'm very much looking forward to it and cannot wait to play the story. I've heard it's fantastic. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're going to be playing Octopath COTC. And subscribe for future content. I'll catch you guys in the next video.